guys, this is Corina. Have you missed me? I have missed you. Those who don't know, I'll explain that in a minute, but I want to show off my new desk. Goes from here to here. There's my fat face. This is Talitha Coum, C-O-M, from Mandy Manzino. See this? This is like a pencil holder. Oh, that was nail glitter. I didn't know that was there. That doesn't need to go there. I got my lovely vape bear. Got my diamond painting pens here. Got everything else set over here. So I'm set. Yay. That's a shelf that my husband made for me about 23 years ago. I used to collect angels. They got broke and moved and stuff like that. So when I went to culinary school, my husband, after each class, he would buy me these little cooking fairies. So that's what you see up there, the very top. That's a little girl holding a fork over a bowl of spaghetti. And this one over here's, she's actually holding a candy cane circle. And we got my graduation one. We won't go over that. But I just wanted to show y'all this. It's nice and pretty. So, let me get this situated. I hope this, my white pad isn't too bright. Let's see if I can lose my pens. Circle this around just a little bit. I'm hoping I'll look during the replay if it's too light. I'm hoping it's not because I'm only recording this once. If y'all don't see this, you'll never know. But this is a 1 hour whip and chat for Miss Coffee that she challenged at least 8 YouTube creators to do an hour-long whip and chat. This is my first one. I actually had one a long time ago, and I posted it for about 2 hours, and I took it down because I didn't like it. But, so I'm hoping this will actually go a little better. If anything, I got my trusty iPad over here, and worst comes to worst, we'll pull up a tag, and we'll do some of the tag. I have to get something to drink. Have to beg for a minute. Yeah, I am a heavy vapor, so you're going to see me do that quite a bit. Okay, right now I'm working on the top right corner of this picture. Here's Jesus right here. And here's his arm reached out. Here's the top of his head, and then this is the sky part. I haven't diamond painted in over 3 weeks. For a few reasons, a couple reasons anyway. But I did start back today, and I did get quite a bit of the 310s done in this section. Just trying to catch up with everybody's videos and their whip and chats and go back and watch some lives. And I just don't have a lot. I have time during the day, but I'm going to get started while I'm talking here. I have a bad habit. Well, it's not a bad habit. I just don't sleep that great at night or early mornings. I can go to bed at midnight and I'll still be up at 4 o'clock. I can go to bed at 4 o'clock in the morning and I'm up at 7. So it doesn't matter how much I sleep when I go to sleep. And so because of the lack of sleep I'm getting, I have a hard time coming up with energy to do this. And I know it doesn't take a lot of energy because I've never had problems with energy doing my time in diamond paintings in the past. I've just done it. And since I started, it has helped out with my mental health quite a bit. I do relax a little better. I'm starting to sleep a little better. But y'all might not find this funny, but some of it's due to some medication change that my doctor's given me. But yeah, that's it. I don't sleep. So, I'm tired a lot during the day. So I just kind of lounge around. I watch TV and I watch as many lives as I can during the day. And that's one reason I didn't want Miss Coffee to give up her Tuesday lives, because we don't have a lot of people that go live during the day, especially late mornings. And that's when I'm at my best. And I can sit here and listen and lurk for a long time. The only thing about the lives that I don't like is I don't want to diamond paint when I listen to them, because I want to stay active in the conversations. I want people to get to know me. I don't show my face. I showed it a while ago, and hopefully I'll never show it again. So I'm just going to be kind of scattered because I can't seem, I've got ADHD. So I go from one subject to the next, back to another. So this might be a little scattered. And yes, I talk with my hands a lot. I don't know if this is going to be a full hour, because I know some of y'all know that I had a fight with a glass bottle of olive oil. I had the olive oil in the sack. I went to lift it up on the counter. The olive bottle decided to fight me. And so it fell out of the bag, shattering on the floor. And I slipped on the olive oil and I went straight back, turning my right knee. How your knee goes like this. My whole leg was bent back like that on my knee. So my whole back leg was up here. I broke my foot and collarbone. And so that's one reason I said just an hour, because right here I've got a sling on my shoulder or my collarbone. And ouch, I kicked my desk. My foot's down here in a boot. And now I can't show you because I can't lift my foot up that high. But like I said, the olive oil won. It took me almost an hour to be able to get to the point where I could get up. My family wanted to call 911 to get somebody to come help me up. And I was like, no, I don't want that, because I'm an overweight person. And I'm sorry, but I don't want them good-looking firemen coming in and helping a 300-pound woman get up on her feet. I don't want that. I'm not happy with my weight. I don't know of anybody that can say they weigh 300 pounds and be happy about it. You know, I have lost 100 pounds in the last 2 years. Yes, I weighed 400 pounds. Now I'm down to 300. Yay me. Pat me on the back. So I cried, and I cried some more. I was in pain, crying at my daughter, begging her not to call. And so I finally got my leg out from underneath me, and my daughter came up underneath my other side, and with the counter's help, I actually got pushed up. My mother's handicapped, and anytime she goes for any distance, she has to use a wheelchair. So my daughter had her wheelchair in the kitchen, so all I had to do was get up to the point where I could sit down on the wheelchair. So once that happened, my daughter took me to the emergency room. They did x-rays of my hips, my shoulder, my wrist, my knees, and both feet because I was in so much pain. And that's when they found out that I'd broke my right foot. I had broke my left collarbone. And I had pulled this muscle. I initially thought I had cracked it. But after going back for a second x-ray, they were like, no, I think it's just sprung. So I had an arm bracelet on it for an arm brace on it for 2 weeks. And I got to take it off the first of the week when I went back to the doctor. They're going to x-ray my shoulder and my foot every week, hopefully no longer than the next 6 weeks, because the goal is to have me out of the boot on my foot by week 6. The collarbone, they're saying 3 to 4 weeks on the sling. And the only time I can take it off is, to take a shower. But it's hard for me to take a shower because I can't use this shoulder. It just hurts too bad. So don't worry, there's no smell-o-vision here. But, we've worked around it. There's washcloths and soap, and so I'm not stinking too bad. So my family says. So that is my fight with the olive oil and the olive oil winning. This is kind of hard for me because this is a whip and chat, and I don't want to bring people down. But this is something that has affected my channel, and I wanted to kind of get it out there on why I haven't put out videos in a few weeks. Yes, the last 2 weeks had to do with me breaking my foot and my collarbone. But the first 3 months of the year, I really struggled with my anxiety and depression. It literally takes over me to where I have a problem even getting out of bed. I don't want to get out of bed. It's everybody out there who has struggled with anxiety knows what I'm saying about getting out of bed, trying to just get by doing as little as possible, because that's what depression does to you. It makes you not want to do anything. And so that's what my depression does to me the first 3 months out of the year. Some of y'all know that I had a daughter that died when she was 18. Now, she was born with health issues, and we knew she was going to be born with health issues when I was about 7 months pregnant. So I knew the last 3 months of my pregnancy that something was wrong with my daughter. But without getting into a lot of that, her birthday is January 4th. So it's like right after Christmas, I get in this funk. I have a hard time. I have a hard time with life, as Miss Coffee would call it. I don't like to lie, and I could stay in bed 24 hours a day if I didn't have to eat, drink, and be merry. She died on March 22nd. So that explains the first 3 months out of the year why I struggle to do things. I started that diamond painting today, so I'm hoping that'll help me, with my funk. Some of these arrows I can't see. So I think for the next 9 months, I'll be okay. Just seems like a lot has hit me the first of this year, and I've been tired more. I've got the cutest little grandbabies. One is 2.5. His name is Brady. And then I've got one that's not quite a year and a half. My daughter had them. They were right at 11 months apart. So my pen's not sticking now. So they're my babies. They're my boys. I do have one other grandchild by my son. And she's a girl. Her name's Journey. Oh, the other little boy's name's Sawyer. So I have Brady and Sawyer. And this is from my youngest daughter, her and her husband. She has decided to go back to school. She's just 25, so she has lots of time to try to upgrade her life, and education's the way to go. I'm a firm believer in education. I think the better the education, the better your life is. And it's not just because of the money. It's just because, I don't know. I don't want to say because you can have nicer things, because just because you have nicer things doesn't mean that you're happy. I'm just saying the better money, how can I put this without offending a lot of people? And I don't know if I can. Maybe what I'm trying to say is you might have a little more laxed persona to you, to where it's not about living paycheck to paycheck. You have a little extra money, to go to the movies. Hey, you see this at the grocery store, you see it at Walmart, and you pick it up. And I think that makes for a better life instead of, I moved wrong. Instead of living to paycheck for paycheck and having to say you want a Diamond Art Club diamond painting, some people have to save 3 to 4 months, to get one diamond painting. Is it worth it? Absolutely. Go to AliExpress, buy a couple big ones for free or for cheap that you like, because you can still get good pictures and decent quality off of AliExpress. But if you want the diamonds of all diamonds, to me, it's Diamond Art Club. So, yes, it's absolutely worth it. Spend $10 on 2 decent size ones from AliExpress, and then you can spend the next 3 or 4 months saving to get you a nice Diamond Art Club. And then you've got, some diamond paintings to do in between, saving up for your Diamond Art Club. That's what I do. And I have 2 kids that give me money for my craft. I have never in my life been a crafter. In my life, I was the sportsy outdoor girl because I was a daddy's girl. And I might have got off subject, but I'm trying to get over the depressive one and all that kind of good stuff and get on to some fun stuff. But I had never had the talent to do crafts. One is I had ADD growing up, ADHD, and I couldn't sit still enough to do my homework, let alone trying to craft. My mom tried to teach me to crochet. She tried to teach me how to knit. She tried to teach me how to sew. My mother tried, but I never could sit still long enough to do anything. After 10 minutes, I was like, Mom, can I stop now? And she'd like, yeah, I guess so. And so I never crafted. And it's funny how I came across diamond painting. I had been, my daughters told me about Wish. And I wish they hadn't have, but they did. And if those of you that don't know what Wish is another company like AliExpress. They have thousands of companies, most of them from China, that contribute to this store, like AliExpress. So what I did or done is I had ordered a picture, which I thought was like a small window tapestry. So when it finally come in, I open it and it's the picture that I had ordered, but it had this plastic film on it and it was sticky. And I'm like, how in the heck can I hang this up? I don't hang this on the window. I was thinking you had to take the plastic off and stick this to the window, to get the vision from the outside. And then I started seeing, the different symbols and that. But at the time of me opening it, I had took it to my mom. And I'm like, Mom, can you figure this out? I don't know what to do with it. And so she had it in there for about 6 months. And, we had played with it a couple times. And we'd gotten the pin out. And we'd gotten the boat out. And we'd stuck some diamonds in it. But we were going like this with the pin. And nothing was sticking to it. So the first picture I got in the kit, I didn't get any glue. So I had no way of knowing how to get these little beads onto this picture with all the little symbols. So, we just sat on it and sat on it and sat on it. And I think it was like 6 months later, I had gotten on Facebook, and out come this ad about diamond painting. And so I'm like, hey, that's kind of like my picture. So I sit there and watched it. And then I went to the company site. I think it was Paint with Diamonds. And no, I haven't ordered from them. I did order a picture from AliExpress, and it had the Paint with Diamonds logo on it. So I believe I got a, sorry guys, I think I got a forgery, the company from AliExpress seen it on Paint with Diamonds, and they stole the image. I'm sure most of y'all know about these stolen images that are being found on AliExpress and both Wish. So, back to the advertisement on this. I went to the website, and the website had, the information about diamond painting on it and everything. And I'm like, this looks kind of fun. And so I had, on YouTube, I had searched for diamond painting. And so, hundreds and hundreds of videos came up, but the one that I watched was Diamond Painting 101. I can't even remember who it was as far as the group that I'm involved with now. The only one, and I don't really hang out, I go to her Facebook group and I watch her videos, is Ella from Kicking Cancer's Butt. She had a lot of videos on there. I watched a lot of how-to videos. Not all Ella's, but everybody's. I watched videos that said 10 easy ways to diamond paint, videos like that. And then I went and got my picture for my mom. Like, Mom, this is diamond painting. I said, it's supposed to come with some glue, but it didn't. So I ordered another one from Wish, and I think 7 weeks later I got it in, and I completed it. It's my little bitty butterfly over there. And I just loved it. It took my mind off things. I was able to actually get more work done during the day. All y'all know that I do suffer from severe depression, and it takes me a lot to do things. It wears me out to get up and do something, because that means, I have to get up and do life, and, severely depressed people don't like to do life. They like to stay under the covers and in bed. But I literally am thankful for diamond painting, because, it's taken me out of my rut. It makes me want to do things. It makes me want to take care of my grandbabies. I got a story about my grandbabies and I left it off, but anyway, I told y'all this was going to be scattered, so I'm sorry it's so scattered, but excuse me, I had to get a drink. But that's me. I'm scatterbrained. And now I forgot what I was saying. Okay, I remember. But I started putting a little money into it. I was buying my pictures off of Wish, and, I kept watching the YouTube videos, and I watched a lot of Ella's videos, because it seemed like every time you typed in diamond painting, her name came up, because she has hundreds of videos out there. So I watched a lot of her unboxings from the different companies, and that's how I found out about AliExpress. So I started ordering, paintings from AliExpress. But I was ordering the wrong kind of paintings. I was ordering pictures that I loved, but I was ordering them in 25 by 25. So I get them home and, you couldn't see, an image in it really. I mean, I'd wasted so much money on paintings that I had bought in the beginning. My granddaughter, I see her about 3 or 4 times a year. And I seen her this last weekend. My daughter brought them over because they had taken them to some kind of dinosaur exhibition that they had at our state fairgrounds. And brought her over, and the girls, she had made a comment. She says, I love your paintings, because I have them. I'm like Miss Coffee. I've got them hanging around my room with little thumbtacks in it. That way, if I ever decide to frame them, I can frame them however I want, because there's just a little hole in the corner. But sidetracked again. She come over and made that comment about loving little diamonds. And so I got out one of my smaller special gem diamond paintings. It's one that I'd actually unboxed, because I unboxed 4 of these trees, and they were 25 by 30, I believe. But there was a pink one, a blue one, a green one, and I think a yellow one. So pink is her favorite color, so I got out the pink tree, and we went over on how to do it. I actually kitted it up for her and explained to her how to do it. And her and her brother sit here in my floor for over an hour diamond painting this picture. And so she really loved it. And I told her, when she got done with that, to call me and I would get a new painting to her. She wouldn't have to buy it, just to let me know. So her mom let her call me the other day, and she said she needed a new painting. So that she was done, and my daughter come over here and got another picture. This was a little bigger one. It's still partial, but it was one of them peacocks, when all the peacocks were, really popular out there. It seemed like everybody was doing peacocks and owls. But we got her a peacock over there, and my daughter sent me a picture of the tree that she'd done, and it was just so cute. I was like, I got somebody in the family that loves to diamond paint with me. I was like so excited. But I was just ecstatic. Something in common that me and my granddaughter can do. Now, I said that a while ago about her being the only one in the family. My oldest daughter does diamond paint too. When I get involved in something, I go 110% in it. I started buying all these pictures. I still love ordering pens. It's the addiction. It's buying everything involved. I've got so many containers right now, different type of containers. And I don't have a whole lot of diamond painting pens, but I probably do have close to 20 that I've purchased or I've converted myself. This is one I converted. I'm using it for the 60th because everybody knows Mandy Manzino. I could be using it now. I'm taking my time here talking to y'all. And now I forgot what I was talking about. I was talking about my daughter. I was into buying everything, and my youngest daughter and her husband, they visit me all the time. I mean, they end up moving in with my husband. Me and my husband are separated. That's another day. Probably never. He's not worth my time. But no, we get along. That was mean. Her and her husband and the boys live with their dad, and my oldest daughter has recently been divorced and moved back home. Me and my mom live in a small 2-bedroom apartment, but we only live like 5 minutes away from each other. So they were coming and visiting me and my mom all the time, bringing me the boys and everything, because they know how hard it is for me to leave the house. I mean, goes back to my depression. I still have a problem leaving my house. But anyway, they'd seen all the things I was buying, and she was excited that I'd gotten into a hobby. She thought it would be good, and she started giving me money to buy things. And one day, my oldest daughter had brought hers out of her bedroom into the living room, and my son-in-law told her, he goes, "Your mom does that too." And so from then on, I get about a visit from her about every 2 weeks. She wants to go through my stash, and she'll go through them, and she says, "Mom, can I have this?" And I go, "No." She tried to take my ladybug. No. I think I've got one, two, three, four. Only 4 diamond paintings that aren't animal related. So I like my animals. I like this one because of the meaning behind it. But she wanted my ladybug, and I was like, "No, you can't have my ladybug." And then she wanted my first Diamond Art Club. I think when I got my first Diamond Art Club, I was still working on one, and I hadn't started it yet. I told her she couldn't have that. Anyway, she went through them, and she finally found one that she wanted and that I was willing to give up. And so I see her about every 2 weeks. She comes to visit me to go through my stash, see what new I've gotten in, and she's taken some stuff, but nothing that I didn't know she took. I'm like, "Okay, is this something that's going to accidentally on purpose go missing?" And she'll go, "Oh yeah." I got a picture that I had told a lady in group that I would give it to her, and I was going to get it in the mail, and I went and looked for it, but everything that was in my bedroom is in my closet. I'd gotten rid of my bed, and then my daughter got me a recliner, she got me this, and she got me, the chair for the desk, and anything that didn't have a place went into my closet. So I was going through my closet looking for it, and I couldn't find it. I don't know what had happened to it. And so I called her, and I said, "Did you get my Lady Creole?" My Lady Creole was one that I had from Diamond Art Club. I don't know why I do things. I'm just that type of person. If I have something and somebody wants it and I can give it to them, I do it. And after I do it, I'm like, that was a Diamond Art Club that I just gave away. But my oldest daughter come over Sunday and started going through my paintings, and she said, "Do you have any more from Diamond Art Club?" And I said, told her, I said I didn't have any that I was willing to give up. I said, you have a job, you make more money than me, website is diamondartclub.com or Diamond Art Club on Facebook. And she kind of got upset with me. And then I asked her, I said, did you take one of my Diamond Art Clubs? And she said, yeah, I took this one. It was about this big, and it was this beautiful African woman. And I'm like, that was Lady Creole. And she goes, yeah. And I'm like, I just gave that away to somebody. She's like, I'm sorry. And I said, you were supposed to tell me every time you go through that. I said, when did you come into my bedroom and get Lady Creole? Well, it just happened to be one of those days I had a doctor's appointment, and she come over here to go through my paintings, and I wasn't here. So she apparently took it upon herself to go through my diamond paintings, and she took Lady Creole. So now I've got 3 more Diamond Art Clubs here. I haven't unboxed them. They're sitting right here in a box. Like I said, I hadn't done any videos, so that's why they're unboxed. So now I'm going to have to figure out which one of them 3 that I want to give up to send to this lady that I promised her a Diamond Art Club. And that's kind of hard to do because Diamond Art Clubs don't come cheap. I was okay with the Lady Creole. She's a smaller painting, and she didn't cost me. She just cost me an arm instead of an arm and a leg. And I have a smaller one, the same size as Lady Creole. I can't remember the name of it, but it's one that's been out of stock, and it just recently come back in stock. And I ordered it. I cannot remember the name of it, but what I've got to unbox is Siamese Teas and the Lovebirds. And then this pretty, I want to say it's a pretty face. It's not any of the normal ones that I had seen. I think it's one of their older stock items that they're trying to get rid of, before they launch their new paintings on the 15th. So I don't know what I'm going to do about that. I don't know if I should send her another one out of obligation or just explain to her the situation. I don't think she's a subscriber of mine. If she is, I'm sorry. I don't know what to do. I really don't know what to do because out of them 3, I really like the ones I got. And the only other thing I can suggest that I could do is just reorder Lady Creole and just have it mailed directly to her. But see my dilemma. I just don't know what to do. I mean, to do the right thing, I guess, would be to go ahead and reorder it and just have it sent to her. I don't know. What do y'all think? Should I try to explain to her what happened? Or should I buy another one and replace it for the one that I was supposed to send her? And I'm trying to remember some of the past stories that I started and forgot. I was telling you about my youngest daughter and my 2 grandbabies and her going back to school. Sia's going back to school to become a nurse assistant. Not a CNA, but a nurse's assistant. This is an 18-month program. And so every Monday through Thursday from about 5:30 to 11:10 at night, I watch these 2 little boogers. They're the love of my life. I would give them my life for anything that they would want. But they're 2.5 and they're 1.5. And Nana's ready to be just a Nana instead of a caregiver. Nana's beat up. Nana can hardly move, so my mom's having to do more now than she's had to in the past because I just can't get around very often. Or I can get around, I just can't get around very well. I told you I vaped a lot. I'm sorry. Oops. A couple of my pins fell out. We'll have to fix that. Put some kind of border or something across there. Oh well. So she's got 7 more weeks of school left. I'm so excited because I'm so ready for the break. And there's so many lives out there that I'm with Miss Coffee. I went to every single live that was out there. And it was to the point where I was in more lives. And so I was spending on a weekend, I was spending 12 hours a day on my iPad watching lives and talking in lives, and I wasn't getting to diamond paint. And, you know, that's what we're all here for, is to diamond paint, to show new people what companies we're having success on. It doesn't mean they're going to have the same success, but say you get 5 YouTubers doing an unboxing on one company and there's no bad reviews, you can pretty much take it for granted that you're going to more likely have the same success versus whether or not you have 5 YouTubers that done a video on a company and none of them's really had good success. And to me, that tells that person that's watching the videos, hey, I probably should stay away from this company. That's how I look at it, because like I said, when I started, it was a fluke that I started, because if I hadn't ordered that tapestry that turned into a diamond painting, I'd have probably never figured out what it was. But yeah, you know, then I got to the point where I was just lurking in people's chats and diamond painting. That worked out too. But then after you do that a couple times, after you've been in a lot of lives, you grow. I know it sounds funny, but you grow close to these people that you've met online. I feel like I have quite a few virtual friends. And I really feel like that because you know, after not being in so many lives, I had a couple people email me and say, hey, what's happening? I'm like, I'm there. I'm just diamond painting instead of being in the conversation. So then I felt bad about not joining in the conversation. So I started doing that again. And, the diamond painting slowed down again. And I'm like, there's got to be a breaking point. So, and I'm sorry if this offends anybody, but there's specific people that work around my schedule that I like to watch every week. I won't miss their live. If I miss their live, it's because something come up. Because even when I broke my foot, I was in their lives. They just didn't know it. I lurked a lot when I broke my foot. And these last 3 months, of the bad depression, I just have done a lot of lurking. I haven't made the videos that I should have made. But I like the whipping chats. And I'm thankful that Miss Coffee has put up this challenge to us creators to do this and have less of the lives. We're getting the same thing. We're getting that person behind the camera. We're still getting their life experiences and what's going on in their life. And at the same time, we can diamond paint with them. So it's like, they're sitting here next to you just talking. I always love that friend that can just talk and that I can just listen to, or I can talk to and have them listen to me. This is my first whip and chat. I feel kind of awkward. I'm a little more scattered than what I should be. I need to be a little more organized and maybe write down some points on things that, I could go over. But I'm enjoying this week so much. I think I've gotten 7 whipping chats, between 5 and 7. So that's 5 hours. I didn't diamond paint the first of the week, but I listened to the whipping chats. And today I put on some whipping chats and I sit here for a little bit and I would work until, my body told me, it was time to quit, which my body's telling me now it's hurting pretty bad right now. So it's I'm going to have to wind this down pretty soon. But I just want to get this one thing said, about, the whipping chats and have them keep coming. And some, the live feeds aren't near as important. I don't feel as more obligated to have to hurry up and try to get into this live or that live. My problem with that is I don't want somebody to be upset because I'm in this live chat, but I'm not in that live chat. So, if I offend anybody for being in somebody's live chat and not in yours, I'm sorry, but, something had to give. And, with my daughter going to school, my Monday through Thursday nights were tied up till after 11 o'clock, and there wasn't anybody doing lives after 11 o'clock. I had caught, I think, one from Diamond Painting with Donnie. She's done a couple after 11. I've caught 1 or 2 of the Australian ladies that have done, their lives, but there's really not any lives after 10, 11 o'clock. So, the times for me to listen to the Whipping Chats and Diamond Paint are the ones that happen late in the morning, early afternoons. So, which ones do I have? There's two that I know of that come on during the week. Two that I'm for sure about that stay on a regular schedule. And Miss Coffee had canceled her Tuesday for a little bit, and there was a lot of us that were begging her to come back. That's one of the reasons I begged her. All these Whipping Chats were happening at night. People were fighting over the schedule, trying to get in. And, there wasn't happening anything during the day. So, yeah, I was one of them begging Mrs. Coffee to bring her Tuesdays back because I didn't have any during the day. And then she changed her name, and I'm sorry because I've only made it to a couple of her lives since she changed it. But it used to be Jennifer's cross-stitch diamond painting wall, something like that. And I'm so sorry if I gave that name out wrong. But she does one during the day, and then she does one that night on the same day. So a lot of times, barring my mother's schedule and my schedule, I'm able to get into some of hers. I can't get into all of them during the day. I would love to be able to be in hers during the day as much as I can. But that day seems like it's the day that my mom schedules doctor appointments. I schedule doctor appointments. I'm thinking it's Thursday. I don't know. I can't remember. I'm so sorry for not being able to remember. But anyway, them were the only two. Now, I do know since then, and I'm one to where if I'm awake or something and I hear my notification on my iPad go off, I'll go look. And so I know there's a couple times that Ginger, I think her name's Ginger Diamond Painter, and her sister, they do a couple, early morning, I want to say, or late night. I don't quite know their schedule. But any evening, Monday through Thursday, I can't, because I'm babysitting from 5:30 to after 11 o'clock. So I am just so thankful that all these Whipping Chats are happening now, because instead of feeling obligated to be in a live chat, I can sit here and diamond paint and listen to everybody that puts out one, giving me the opportunity to get to know them and just sit back listening to them, telling, all about their life, their everyday problems, give them a chance to vent sometimes. I like it. So I'm just so thankful that Miss Coffee put this challenge out, and I'm hoping everybody will continue with this challenge and continue to put out these Whipping Chats, because diamond painting is supposed to be fun. It is not fun when you feel like you have to be somewhere where you don't want to be, or would rather be diamond painting. because if we tried to hit everybody's lives, we would never diamond paint. So I have the people I like to listen to. There's some that I don't necessarily participate in chat, but I'm there listening. And so now I can start diamond painting to that again. And I think that's why we're all here. We're all here for the diamond painting. We're all here for the relaxment of the diamond painting. And when it becomes a chore to try to be everywhere in all the places at the same time, and you can't, you got to pick and choose, that makes it where it's not fun. It's not fun for me. You know, by feeling obligated to be in somebody's live chat, it's not fun. So, I'm glad we've got more of these whipping chats out. I hope everybody continues to do them. I will try to do this one more time. If I don't feel comfortable with it, or if I get negative feedback on it, it'll probably take me a while to do another one again, because that's just the way I work. But yeah, my body's telling me I have to quit. I don't know how long it's been, but it's been long enough. Please, everybody, keep the whipping chats coming. You know, like I said, I don't like feeling obligated that I have to be in somebody's chat. You know, I want to sit back and listen and diamond paint with that person that's speaking. You know, I love live chats, and I'm going to continue with the live chats that I like to be in. But from this point on, I can tell you, I'm not going to be in anybody's live chat because I feel obligated to do it. That's wrong on my part, and that's wrong on any creator's part that's going to be upset about so-and-so not being in their live chat. That's not fair to the person, because you can't be everywhere. It makes it not fun. And I'm hoping everybody will be non-judgmental if certain people don't show up in your live chats. Do some of these. There's going to be more people see these than probably that might be in your live chat. So, enough preaching for me. And I'm sorry, guys, if I got too depressed, or if I didn't tell the right story, or if I went on too long about the whipping chats and the live chats. I just wanted to try to get through, or try to let people know that if you have a live chat going on and you don't see maybe a popular YouTuber in that chat, doesn't mean that she doesn't want to be there or I don't want to be there. It's because they might have something else they have to do. And they might come to the conclusion that I did, that I have to do what's best for me. I want to diamond paint. I want to continue being in the community by watching the whipping chats and to being in the lives that I can be in. I love the lives. I can't wait for the weekend when we've got 2 or 3 going on. And maybe somebody will come up with more lives, maybe during the day, to some of us, some housewives, some older people that don't have elderly people or older people that don't necessarily have kids at home, that don't have a lot to do during the day. Instead of everybody doing a live Sunday through Saturday night. But that's enough. I'm done saying enough. I just hope everybody, kind listens to that last part and take things into consideration about others and what they have to do. But enough said. I got to go. I got to get off this shoulder. I got to get off this foot. If you like this, please give me a thumbs up so I know that I haven't gone too far, but maybe informed you enough. If not, thumbs down. But if I do get people that like this, then it will encourage me to do another one. I just don't know at this point because I just get too scattered. And I'm scattered now because I've already said, trying to say goodbye. But if you like this, thumbs up. If you don't, leave a comment below if you have specific questions for me. I try to get back on every comment. And yeah, I guess I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.